Hey, welcome to Half the Battle, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. It's trial time, baby! Now, these trials are long, so don't expect us to get to the end of them today, but we'll get as far as we can. So let's do it to it. Ah yes, we ended on this lovely screen, didn't we? Let's move on. He's gonna do something crazy to me! I'll be ruined! Moving even more hastily on.
Why you?
Hey, shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita!
Moving on at lightning speed.
Stop it!
Hey, stop harassing little girls! Fuck it, going to ludicrous speed. This is what's going on. Right there with you, Hajime.
Sheesh!
Yoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Yoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her in a full Nelson.
Damn it!
For once I'm glad we're not getting a cutscene.
Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain!
Unbelievable.
Jeez, making me waste my sweet-ass time! But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he totally ditched my appointment!
Well, I may not like the guy, but it's good that he's given Monokuma some backsass. I mean, it's not gonna work, but kudos.
How strange.
He pisses me off!
Jesus fucking Christ!
His anger changes form!
I'm right here. Do I change his voice now? What the fuck? Me talking about gains. Damn, dude. Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's nowhere for me to run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still,
Bastard!
those are some abs!
I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option.
Fuyuhiko, what does that mean? Are you all just glossing over the fact that Monokuma just turned into the Hulk?
Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good.
Anyway,
Looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now.
see ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
Okay, who else kinda wants to see what his ass looks like right now? Because I bet those are some buns, son.
This is bad.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
Do you even have to prepare?
Show some spirit!
If you don't have enough power, harness your latest and your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
So it begins, the beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high so we can one day find that shining hope. Shut up, Nagito. That's right, I can only... Moving forward is the only option. Okay, so as per usual, we can go straight for the entrance, or we can fuck about a bit. You guys know me. I'm all about fucking about a bit.
'Cause it's bad.
Let's go. We can't forgive the killer.
What the?
Monokuma changed forms! Color me surprised!
Hey, hey!
Could he be the type to awaken hidden powers when he gets angry? We're back to Dragon Ball Z again, aren't we? He's a stuffed animal, right? Well, no, he's more sort of a robot sort of thing. You know what? Let's move on. Roar. Sonya...
You're so evil!
It didn't almost crush Sonya, it almost crushed Nagito. Almost not being good enough. Eek, no matter how many times I see it, it's such a bad taste. The worst, the lowest, most brutal taste. Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, a rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. Look at all those alive people. Soon to be one less. Well, I say soon, it's gonna take weeks, but you know what I mean. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair. And nausea from the look of how much that thing shakes. As if my heart was a rotten fruit swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. That certainly is a metaphor. I suddenly stopped breathing. I died there. Or at least I fell down. Nagito was gonna try mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, so I sprang right back up. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. Personally, I'd stand on my feet, but you do you, Hajime. And after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. We were just picking up good vibrations. And then it stopped altogether. You are now entertain us.
Aim! Defeat the boring routine!
Oh, he's back to normal Monokuma.
So...
I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
Impossible!
It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway.
That is...
To go to the trouble of doing something this elaborate, really? What is your true intention?
No, no!
Nothing really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway.
Kill time? You can't kill time.
Yeah! To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts!
It's starting. The class trial is starting. Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Yeah, like that one time she tricked you into going to feed Nagito. That sure was taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her was me! Trial over. Well, we certainly know it wasn't the perverted little cook is among us. Excuse me. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. But I believe it. Regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. It has begun! No. I have one skill. Okay. Well, it's better than nothing.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
And most of the class trial is voice acted. My own voice and vocal cords, thank you, Danganronpa 2.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Not that that ever happens, because you always get a chance to try again.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Well, it's the only one we have, so...
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
Well, the ultimate gamer, probably.
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Shut up, Nagito.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
We're gonna have to solve the murder inside the game, aren't we? This is why this game is an Ice Age long, people.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
Take as long as you like. Longer, in fact.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Okay, that's funny. That's actually funny. Screenshot that, folks.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Oh shit. It's been a week, at least. The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, Boy F, Fuck Me, and the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. She doesn't get a letter. Not even a number. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. Shit. Okay! I have no idea, so we're just gonna pick the first one and go down the list. It's gonna be Hiyoko, isn't it?
I see!
Oh! Cool.
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki.
Why? No, seriously, why? I have no idea, I don't remember. It looks like Monomi is biting the back of her head.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
We're gonna get a lot of this meta stuff, aren't we?
A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Elon Musk has joined the chat.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too.
I love how matter-of-factly she just states that.
Huh?
She's right, the one who said that was... no. Gonna go from the top again.
I see!
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Objection!
Sustained.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
So that's either Mel C from the Spice Girls or... Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper, energetic, and unique. That is actually Ibuki, so... Is it just going from the top every time?
I see!
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Could have gone in any direction with the letter C there, so...
Let's move on to Girl D.
Anyway... Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them. It's always the top one! This is Mahiro.
I see!
Girl D is Mahiro, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Why would we skip Girl E? He's Guy F. Well, there's only one guy in the thing, so it has to be...
I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
F for Fuyuhiko. Now that's something you're not gonna see on Sesame Street.
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, enough with the meta.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
That's quite the expression there. Why is your mouth so tiny? Especially compared to your profile picture.
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Thank God he's saying this so I don't have to.
Hold on! Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
I wanna see that meme of the worst person you know just made a good point. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true I have a hunch, but... To call me out like that, Nakido, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. I disagree. Mess with him. Mess him right into the grave. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice is probably because... he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this! In the game Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
Well, that would be a sibling who's female, who's younger than him. Can we move on, Akane?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch.
It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister.
I didn't press anything, the game just sped through that itself.
Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. I'm going Shatner on you again. The only character in the game I could be seeing Fuyuhiko's little sister is... the one that died.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
I'm getting flashbacks to Sayori. That bitch. That bitch. And that's
Based
all
on
I
Guy
can
F's
say
tone
before
in the
text
game,
disappears.
it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
I know this is a murder game and all, but this whole thing is starting to sound like a soap opera. As the Monokuma turns...
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there.
Hi, Potter. Hi, Kettle. It's me, Pot.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Dead.
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Who's dead?
Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
Dude.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard!
He's right. I mean...
If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago.
You were saying something about a winning personality earlier, weren't you?
I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off.
Oh, he's cracking.
It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
Do you want him to Hulk out again? Because I have a feeling he's gonna Hulk out again.
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Agito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect
Having fun!
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone.
Die.
That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Let it be you then.
Okay. Weird again.
Starting.
Anyway, now we've established
Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Miru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko.
Yes, let's rehash that again.
And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
Let me check my own Twitch feed to see if it's you or if it's Twitch. Definitely. Ah, crap. the ring, now it's hanging. It keeps doing that.
Story in a fucking game.
Whoops, wrong button. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, but if it doesn't improve, then we're gonna have to call the stream for today. Okay, it seems to be smooth again on my end. What about you guys? Yeah, okay, we'll continue, but do keep me informed if things go tits up again.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Whoever the hell that was.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I have no idea what that's a reference to, and I'm not gonna look it up.
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
You said it, Chiaki.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're plain names.
Ooh, burn! What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Also, he was one of the guys in the Orient Express tag team, managed by Mr. Fuji. So it's Pat Tanaka and Kato, or the other guy with the beard, whose name I forget, who was there first. Wrestling trivia in your Danganronpa. And he also had a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
Crap, we do have to solve the crime inside of the... Oh.
What? No way! Is that true?
Where the fuck have you been, Malami?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
Well, you would know.
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
This is why you can't complete this game in a single evening. Because of bullshit like this.
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it! Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Girl E was killed on the 4th day in Twilight's main storyline. I was able to find out why she was killed by playing the secret storyline. Which means it has something to do with the first high school girl's murder. No. She killed the other girl.
I see! The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
Oh, crap.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance.
Oh, you brought a walkthrough with you?
Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Nerd!
Then, I'll start explaining.
That's, the big dude's calling her a nerd. I love her.
Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking.
And then Stone Cold Steve Austin showed up, gave everybody stunners, and ran away.
Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
But so it wasn't a pervert because Teru was nowhere near that whole situation.
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Hey, we don't know if Girl E wasn't a pervert.
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
I guess I don't remember.
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
You know, this would be a lot more fascinating if we weren't talking about the video game inside the video game.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
Forget you.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Yeah, you're all the same age. With the possible exception of the little girl and the little Yakuza boy.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
And we never will at this rate. Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E was waiting in the hallway is the killer. Then, what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe.
After she killed the first victim in the music room,
Okay, that button
what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
Fuck if
To
I
go
know.
back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, because it was already broken.
No, that's wrong!
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
It was Stone Cold Steve Austin, like we said.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Face closed. Get it? Case fake.
Vase? How low can you go?
What? Ibuki, you're like my second favorite person here, but seriously?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the four girls heard wasn't the music room's window.
It wasn't even Stone Cold.
It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Yeah, no, Stone Cold jokes are never gonna get old.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the four girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key.
Good one, rainy day guy, man.
With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room.
Are we gonna get to the actual murder at any point?
All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see! Now the mystery has been solved!
Face closed. Okay, everybody, let's go home. Right, Monokuma? We can all leave no.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Who gives a shit? Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Yeah, you tell him, Ibuki.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
Something. I bought Twitter, so you gotta stick with it to the end. Something.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
Not again. The entire first trial was covered in shit. By the way, I'm gonna stop comparing Musk to Monokuma because Monokuma is actually cool.
Which means I'll feel disgusting!
Okay, sounds like you've got issues to work through, dude.
You're the disgusting one!
Not helping.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear. Metagaming, everybody! Then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Is there a narrator now? Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I needed to tell you regarding the white nose in the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable, you won't be able to destroy them with one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. Unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, which it is, because I don't want to be here forever, white noise won't appear at all. You get the gist, right? Yeah, so that was a waste of time, considering I'm set to gentle. I hear there's a guy named Gun something. He has a skill that increased the power of the silencer, which won't matter. Gun something. I wonder who it is. It's Gundam Tanaka. This is more obvious than the Leon thing from the first game. Well then, good luck and have fun. What's
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Fish tank?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
Yeah, what is this, Looney Tunes?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
Thanks.
It's on that
Nico.
big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that. I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Gravel. The deadliest of things to put on your driveway.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
Like gravel.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
It's good that you're cute, Ibuki.
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Like a douchebag, like you are, Soda.
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit.
Uh-huh.
If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Convoluted, but effective.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
I don't know about that. They had a parrot as a witness once, so... Yeah, I saw Linkara's review of the first game the other day.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
I'm actually thinking about doing Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney series, as Let's Plays next. But before that, it's gonna be Danganronpa 3. And before that, I have to finish this game, and we're on case 2 out of 5 or 6. So I think I'll be playing Danganronpa until I'm in the retirement home.
To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
Is the game patting itself on the back? Because I feel like the game is patting itself on the back.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Oh, we're finally getting to the main point?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D.
Yeah, these flashbacks, I can't control how fast they go by. Which I think is actually the game being nice for once, because it's full of flashbacks and it's actually nice that they only last a second.
Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
That apparently escalated quickly.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
Especially when I see little blonde girls that are always a huge bitch to me. Hint.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Well, let me check. Could it be, oh, I don't know, Guy F? Fuyuhiko? Girl E's killer. Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy. The guy who felt such blind rage towards Girl E in the game. Guy F.
I see!
Why is Monokuma always an option?
It should have been Guy F.
That bitch. I will never forget her.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
Sister. I gotta give the voice actor props here. I make Gundam Count Von Doofus, but this guy, he's got acting chops.
But Guy F is...
A complete fucking asshole.
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
I hate you, Nagito. I mean, you make a good point, but...
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember! That's obvious! Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen!
Did you just go Valley Girl for a second there? Is that a hint? Because you were Junko in the first game, but Junko's very, very much dead. And so's her twin sister. Did she have a roommate or a third twin, which would make it a triplet, or... You know, let's not go there for now. I'm sure it'll all be solved many, 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 many months from now.
Even if I don't remember, I already know! It's obvious that guy is the killer! No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko!
Once again, the meme, the worst person you know, just made an excellent point, comes to mind.
Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy!
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
I'm used to it by now. It's not like I like you guys or anything, baka!
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, that game and Maru's death are probably related to one another. In actuality, there's a specific item that was used to... The baseball bat. The bat killed Girl E and killed Mahiru.
I can prove it with this! I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
So the connection is a bat. So the killer is... bats? Vampires? Condom!
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
Oh, the two assholes are going at each other. Whoever wins, we win. Whoever loses, we win.
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
Plus, we are all standing in a circle, so we can't help but go around.
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, but all of our investigations made it pretty obvious that the game is pointing towards little bitch girl. So she's definitely not the killer. So maybe it's a double bluff and it is Fuyuhiko?
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
You know, considering Sonia is from a fictional European country, I'd have given her some kind of accent if I was casting this voice acting. I mean, I tried to do a bit European British thing with her, but the game just straight up gives her no accent.
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Damn!
Huh? Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh.
Meanwhile, player character and Gundam are looking at her sus. So's Akane, by the way. They're all looking at her.
What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Boom! Yes, we're back to talking about how she spent most of the first part of the game on the toilet, shitting her guts out. This game, man. This game. Yeah, footprints, because Nutchop said that
What
it were
are
her
you saying, you
footprints.
four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house!
Yeah, you did.
No, that's wrong!
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
By the way, would that work in an actual trial? You're being so mean! I mean, guns hurt to try, I suppose.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
Why was there only one set of footprints? Because that was when I was carrying the dead body.
I don't have such ugly footprints! They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are.
The straws, they are being grasped.
Don't decide that based on ugliness!
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
I'm willing to bet you went through her underwear too. Guess he's that kind of asshole.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
What am I even doing here? The game is making my points for me.
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Why is there a ball in the background? Because it's beach themed?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
Yeah, the body was still walking around because the body was alive. I don't know.
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
Do tell.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I mean, I talk about it all the time. Don't you guys remember?
I've never heard of that daily routine before. And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Oh, Akane, honey, sweetheart. You're... I don't even know what to say at this point.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
Someone would tell lies? On the internet?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves.
We've come to the liar liar pants on fire portion of the trial, folks.
If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Okay. Ah, yeah, she got a letter.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Ah, shit. What? You saw Mahiru and me seeing each other? So where's your proof? Explain it one more.
Damn it!
I did go to the beach
How
house,
do you speed this up?
but only during my morning walk.
No.
I didn't go any other time.
No.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Saying I met up with her when I... Is this a panel of idiots?
Well, there's a few of them, sure, but... So, it has to be the first statement, then.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
Oh,
No, that's wrong!
I think that the evidence could count for both statements.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
My letter of resignation. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? Oh, she's saying that I need to go higher. I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret, keep it safe. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. Signed, Gandalf the Grey. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Seonji.
That letter! It's the one Mahiru had, right?
And we've been doing this for an hour, so we're gonna wrap up the game portion of the stream right now, right here. It's gonna be a long trial, folks, so strap in for the next couple of weeks.